they want. Most of all, there's something I know that James Wallace wants. You're right there, mate, in a bit of trouble. There's something that James Wallace wants, and that is a shot at Darren Burridge's Openweight Title. Glad you're right, mate, I'll tell you. So, Graham, what do you reckon? Do you reckon I should give him a title shot? What do you reckon? It is up to me. You're a slag, and I say no. The really big person I want to give my title shot to is someone that I think deserves it. Someone that, even though there's a lot of wrestlers in 1PW have worked their asses off to get a title shot. They shed blood and tears just to get a title shot. I've looked over that because I don't think the Pukka One can really reach his full potential if I don't wrestle this guy. And he was the original champion. So I pulled a couple of strings and thought a very special Christmas present to all my fans out there in the crowd. Tonight it will be Darren Burridge versus this guy, the man that gravity forgot. I give you PAC. Ladies and gentlemen, PAC. Welcome back, geezer. Yeah, now, do you want to know, as I feel that there is a lot of guys in 1PW, you know, a lot of great talent, guys that have, you know, like I said, sweat their blood and their tears just to get a title shot, but, you know, PAC, I think you deserve it. He was the original champion. Yeah, would you feel like I'm giving you the title shot tonight, geezer? What do you think about that, mate?
Well, Aaron, I suppose it's alright, I suppose, you're going to take it to Japan with me, you know. They'll appreciate that. So yeah, thank you. Great, thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, you was the original champion. Like, I mean, there is quite a long list.
Does anyone know the Newcastle score? Because I'll be there all day now.
Listen, mate, this is wrestling. I'm Chelsea, a bunch of slags. Dude, I know you're from Newcastle, you know, you've got to have some loyalties, but, you know, I'm giving you a title shot, dude. I thought you impressed the fans. Do you flip it?
Listen. I appreciate your title shot. It's a nice little belt. I can take it back to Japan. It's all good. But you know what? Right now, I don't really have time for this, you know. I was backstage, you know, phone call, long distance, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to deal with my business. I guess I'll just see you in the ring, you know, it'll be a good little match. Take that to Japan. Thank you very much.
Don't look like you care, mate. This is where you become PAC the little boy into PAC the superstar. I'm giving you a title, right? Now let the fans know what it's like to be PAC where you started.
Listen, mate, listen, don't get me wrong. It's awesome to be back here. Awesome. But it's just, I've got other business to deal with. You can understand that, right? You're a businessman. Why are you?
My business is right here, right in front of the good fans of 1PW. I don't care about some jack, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'm right here to impress my fans, and you are talking about Japan and all that crap. You know what I mean?
Okay, easy. I'm sorry I offended you, you know what I'm saying? It's okay, we'll have a title shot, I appreciate it. I'm sorry, you know. I love you guys. But I gotta go.
forgot. Slag, 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 slag. I don't know, sorry about that one, I thought he was going to give you a good shot, you know, but he's a slag. So never mind, but I'm going to do this for you guys. I'm going to take this belt back home, have a good new year, and I'll see you in the ring. So, thank you very much.
Darren Burridge! Coming down the aisle from Newcastle upon Tyne, winning this evening at 195 pounds. He is the original 1PW Openweight champion and the man that's gravity forgot.
A slight change in attitude for PAC from the last time we saw him.
A little bit more jazzed up, isn't he? Different tights, different hair, different attitudes.
Hello there, Struggle. Hello, your you must be tired running around my mind all night. How about a little speaking night out with the Pukka One? You're paying the bills.
I hope you're not expecting me to clap along to this garbage, though.
Come on, Adam, it's Christmas.
No,
Clap along.
absolutely not.
Well,
Coming to the ring at this time, from Essex, winning at 220 pounds. He is the current 1PW Openweight champion.
Ringo Starr.
Pukka One Darren Burridge.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was a Sergeant Pepper's coat, though. Can we just get on with this?
well, the Pukka One Darren Burridge, certainly man of the people here at the Granby. And speaking of new attire, is that, do I see Darren Burridge in kick pants? Burridge normally has laced up boots.
I think you're right there, Dale.
Maybe anticipating a bit of a strike contest. PAC well known for his high impact strikes, as well as his high impact, high flying aerial assaults.
It's been a long time since we've seen PAC. They're in 1PW. A very long time.
PAC was the very first 1PW Openweight champion.
Before dodging James Wallace, chickening out, not fulfilling his contractual end, and eventually dropping the belt to him when he should have done.
Well, PAC had already wrestled for 25 minutes before he faced
Wallace. And he was contractually obliged to face Wallace that night.
I'm not disputing the fact. Well, nice show of respect from the start. I didn't expect that from PAC, actually, considering his demeanour early on. Gone a bit Hollywood PAC.
Yeah, it was either very insincere or I wouldn't expect that to last. Burridge also favouring the fingerless shoot fighting gloves tonight.
Yeah. Again, looking to go back to the striking. And Darren Burridge has proved time and time again that he can hang with just about anybody that's put in front of him. However, this is the first time that Darren Burridge has been put one-on-one against a so-called a high flyer.
Yep.
We've had technical masterclasses.
We certainly have.
We've had hardcore brawls.
Yep.
We've had him in a title situation where his back was against the wall and he won the title. We've had him in defending positions. We had him leading 1PW in the Interfed Cup.
Yep.
With immense amount of pressure on him to come through for us.
That's right.
Which he did. But he's never faced a high flyer like PAC.
PAC has he's certainly changed his game since the last time most 1PW fans will have seen him. He's spent a long time working for Dragon Gate promotion in Japan and also across the United States independent circuit, most notably Ring of Honor. Be interesting to see how he's changed. We can already see that the attitude's evolved. What about his in-ring?
I mean, it would be wrong for any of us to just dismiss PAC as just a high-flying wrestler. He can offer so much more, as we saw in his bout against AJ Styles here in 1PW, that he can easily just get it done as easily, that's easy for me to say, done as easily on the ground as he can in the air.
It's one area that PAC has been looking to improve on in the last 12 months, and that is his ground offense. And in fact, you can see it here in the early goings. Whereas PAC would normally be charging people at the ropes and himself charging back off the ropes, that would be something you would see of the PAC of old. Instead, he's chosen to take it down a little bit slower, start things on the map.
A snapback suplex out of the side headlock.
Thing is, how much of the new PAC has Burridge seen?
Probably very little, but you've got to know that Burridge will have prepared as much as he can for this. When he faced Nigel McGuinness in the Ironman match, Burridge went off to Thailand, learnt breathing techniques, but different techniques have been able to last for 45 minutes. You've got to figure that he's going to have watched tapes of PAC, he's going to have seen what PAC can do, and perhaps trying a few new moves of his own.
Well, the biggest fear that I've got is that PAC has been more seasoned in the last half year. He's faced more opponents in more countries, possibly learning more styles. And that's something that Darren
Burridge. The bridge! Sorry, Adam. It's a near fall there.
With Darren Burridge being 1PW through and through, he has spent the majority of his time working for 1PW. Is PAC going to take him by surprise?
And both men circling each other.
Very much the early going of the human game of chess style.
Collar and elbow tie up. Both men jockeying for position. PAC with the go behind. Looking for a waistlock takedown. Straight to the front headlock. Burridge sneaks out the side door to a top wrist lock. Both men up. Wow.
Far from a clean break, Dale.
It looked like PAC was going for one of his patented flips to get out of the manoeuvre, and that's a short shining wizard. Just a two though. Yeah, PAC looked like he was going to flip out of the wrist lock, but just elected just to drill a forearm straight into the face of Burridge. Hard lariat.
Burridge has so far managed to keep this match very much at his pace.
Gut wrench, gut wrench, sit out power bomb into the cover. Just two. Straight to the cover again. I think Burridge was expecting to get three from that, but just making PAC expend a bit of energy.
Yep. I wonder if PAC's starting to think, my God, 1PW has evolved in the 6 months that I've been gone.
And that's a stunning display of strength. A delayed vertical suplex. All the blood rushing to PAC's head. And still. And then dropping him down. Almost in a brainbuster. And the beauty of that move is the longer you hold it, the more blood that rushes to the head. When if PAC gets up now, he will be dizzy, he'll be disorientated from the massive blood rush to the head, slowing PAC down.
Tremendous show of strength there from Darren Burridge. Just being able to hold a man just upright for that long.
And for the first time, we see the reason why Darren Burridge is wearing those kick pads as opposed to his normal lace-ups. Forearm to the face. Looking maybe for a backdrop. PAC up and over the backdrop. And there's the strikes from PAC. A series of kicks. Wow.
PAC changing his mind. You would normally have seen a standing sky twister press, but instead changes his mind and just drops an elbow.
And I'll say uncharacteristically, we've not seen PAC for a while in 1PW, but the last time we saw PAC, he didn't do that kind of thing.
Who's got in his ear?
Double drop kick. Didn't get all of Darren Burridge, but enough to get a 2 count.
He even admitted it. And he doesn't even seem that bothered. I wonder if his mind's elsewhere.
Japan, perhaps?
Maybe.
ROH?
Maybe he's just wondering how much money he could hold us up for.
Well, PAC now going to where he's most comfortable. Up on the top. Burridge in semi-dream streak. And a double axe handle.
Very old school. Channeling the... Oh yeah!
Wow.
Bit of Geordie machismo.
High elevation on the leg drop. Just driving his leg straight across Burridge's face.
So far this bout may be a lot slower than most people might be expecting.
And maybe you were right, maybe it's caught Burridge by surprise. Maybe expected PAC to be all 100 mile an hour, high flying, coming at you from all angles.
Yep, fly straight out of the gate and try and end it as quick as possible. But instead it appears that PAC has evolved.
I'm looking for the sunset flip. Snapped it down. PAC's head bouncing off the rope, but he's straight up. Straight into a kick to the shoulder region. The right shoulder of Darren Burridge. Bit of a nonchalant crawl over to the cover. Hugged the leg, but still only got 2. Forearm shiver into the corner.
The weird thing is, there's almost an eerie silence that's fell upon this building. Several hundred pairs of eyes just all focusing.
And there's 2 eyes that aren't focusing on anything at all, as PAC has just raked the eyes of the Pukka One.
Taking the time with George out with the fans. It's this time that PAC can afford to spend. Yeah, he just walks back.
And a slap to the face.
This is a totally different PAC though.
Snapmare takedown.
Some may say for better, some may say for worse.
Well, he's figure 4'd the legs. Hyperextending the elbow. And while PAC has got Burridge's legs wrapped up, Burridge cannot use his own momentum to roll out of that manoeuvre. It's very clever. Roll through into the pinning combination. And Burridge with one of his own. Well, I thought we had a 3 there.
Burridge appears to have woken up. Series of European uppercuts.
You slag!
Pac over nails him with a picture perfect drop kick.
Cutting Burridge's momentum off. Leaving Pac again firmly in the driving seat.
Is Pac going to take to the air? This will be the first time.
It's going to be Pac of old. Whoa.
Choosing not to bother once again. You see, there's a fine line between pissing off the fans and taking advantage of a situation. And maybe, just maybe, he should have gone for that.
That's a nice high impact boot to the face. Went to the cover. Not enough body on body there. No hook of the legs.
No, Pac should know better than that. Especially as a guy who's toured Japan of late.
Pac going to the top.
450.
Maybe the Sky Twister.
Shooting star press.
He's got so many weapons in his arsenal.
He's jaw-jacking with the fans again, Dale. This is a little bit of an error.
Well. And a bit of a rude awakening there for Pac as he was just... Well, I don't know what he was doing. He was just...
New balls, please.
And Pac looks on Dream Street. He looks like he's seeing stars.
Yep, that's it. With the one hanging from the ceiling right above his head. There's a third European uppercut. Is he going to go for another? Charges up. Comes back off the opposite turnbuckle. And
And that European uppercut has just sent Pac flying from the top turnbuckle to the outside.
Giving him a very expensive dental bill.
And just enough time to burst into song
before kicking Pac in the face.
Well, we've seen this before.
Yeah, I know. And you have to question the legality of such a move, though.
I see nothing. Pac sent into the post, and now Burridge has got a camera.
Darren Burridge with his ringside photography.
Man of many talents, Burridge.
Yeah. Being a prat is quite high on that list.
Which just drove Pac's head into someone's hair.
I think they're coming this way now.
I think they are.
That's why you're stood up and I'm not, yes. You've noticed.
European uppercut.
Oh, bollocks. Christmas hat for Pac. And there's a second one.
And it's just knocked his hat off.
Uppercut.
European uppercut.
So what is this?
The European uppercut.
Oh wait, I didn't do it with an Essex dialect, evidently.
Burridge has still got my hat.
And all that clowning around, all that tomfoolery, earns him a drop kick straight to his mouth.
Pac off the ropes, but met with nothing but a pancake. Oh! Beautiful
straight down
German
his
into
head.
the cover.
No!
And just a 2. A beautiful bridging German, high impact, back of the neck, into the cover again. Just a 2.
That was almost like 2 German suplexes in one. Drops him straight on his head and then positioned him down so both his shoulders are on the mat for the pinfall.
It was an avalanche German suplex.
With a bridge.
With the bridge. Incredible. Back into the corner, up and over. Springboard. Into the...
I believe the old PAC has awoken, Dale.
Small snapmare.
Yep, there he is.
Standing, twisting, senton. Into the corner. Just a 2 count. PAC to his feet. Burridge laid out. Now PAC bringing Burridge to his feet. Breaks free. Blocks the punch. Reverse back elbow. Oh! And that is a beautiful Muay Thai elbow. Straight to the side of PAC's head.
If he didn't have a cauliflower ear before, I'd say it's a very good chance he's got one now. Did you hear that?
I think that I'm going to call that welcome from Thailand.
Yeah.
Burridge bringing PAC to his feet.
I'm surprised he's bleeding from his ear.
Forearm shiver followed by a European uppercut. And a second one. PAC reverses the Irish whip into the buckle.
PAC still reeling from that elbow shot.
Back drops over, but PAC lands on his feet on the apron.
Oh, we've seen this many times. No!
Well, just a stomp across the back of the head. Brainbuster, and we might see a new open weight champion here. Into the cover.
I think that's it.
And just a 2 count. I honestly thought, Adam, that we were about to crown a new open weight champion just
then. The way Burridge's body folded up from that brainbuster, I thought we had a new open weight champion for sure. Now just toe poking the open weight champion in the head. Just lightly kicking him. That's not for damage, that's just to disrespect him.
Yeah. Just driving the knee in the side of the face.
Again, it's almost like paintbrushing him. If he wanted to piss off Darren Burridge, he has certainly succeeded.
Another forearm straight to the side of the face. A third one.
Burridge is getting more angry.
Blocks that one. One of his own. A block again. 4 of his own. The third one blocked. And a third one delivered by Burridge. PAC going again. Into the block. Look, into the powerbomb position. Hops out. PAC under the clothesline. Oh! And that is a lariat. The turn PAC into the cover. Hook up the leg. Oh! And just a 2.
Could have so easily been 3 there, Dale.
The amount of velocity behind that lariat in such a short space was incredible.
You got to think that he'd certainly learned 1 or 2 things from Nigel McInnes, Dale.
But running straight into that boot in the face, running into a slap. Oh, and that
second lariat.
It's just folded PAC up.
And that's what his arrogance got him.
Looking for that Rings of Sovereign. If he gets it in.
The move that won him the Openweight title.
And this is the Rings of Sovereign. If Burridge is to sink it in anymore, PAC's going to break into 2. And look at that! Oh. And there it is!
It's over now!
The submission!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and still OPW Openweight
Well, PAC went for a patented flip out of the corner. He was just met with a devastating lariat and unceremoniously rolled into the centre of the ring. One rings sovereign later, and there we have still our 1PW Openweight champion, the Pukka One Darren Burridge.
And as much as I hate this man, I must tip my Christmas coloured hat to him.
Well, Adam, this has been 1PW, a very merry Xmas show. It's good night from me.
And it's good night from me also.
It's like I take back those words back. You're not the man 1PW forgot. You're the man that 1PW is always going to love, dude, because you're one awesome wrestler. Thank you.